Hey everybody, it's Mike over here at Growtopia, and one last video for this wonderful, beautiful Sunday out there. Even though it's 20 degrees out there, it's about almost 70 in here. Even though I'm bundled up, I keep going back outside. I'm looking at seeing if the soil temp is up there and soil's ready. I'm looking at the greenhouses. They're running at about 60 degrees right now. The soil temperature is sitting just outside of 40 out there in the orchard. It is a great time to almost start getting ready to start planting what's next. And a lot of the stuff that's available to get ready to go out into the shade house is direct sowing of a lot of my different seeds. So anyway, so for the stuff that I did for the nursery today, there was a lot of different plants. A lot of them might repeat themselves because I got them for myself and for one of my customers. But we're going to run down the list of what we planted for today and then how many we did. I will do them at the same time, make it a short video, right? So for my customer, we did 3 super sauce tomato plants. They're very good for making your own tomato sauce. You could use other plants as well for making your own tomato sauce, but they're supposed to be really good. I'm like, what the heck's this white thing? Oh, you got gray hair in your beard. Oh my god. Anyway, so we did 3 of those. We did 3 yellow pears. We did 3 pink brandy wines for them. We did 3 Amish paste. Amish paste tomatoes is what I was using last year for making my tomato sauce. Came out great. Then I did the 2024 mix of all the stuff that I planted last season and all the seeds I collected from every single tomato plant, all dried out and then collected into a seed pack. We did 3 of those for them. Then we did 3 plants. We planted 3 plants of Italian basil. We did 3 of marigolds. We did 3 of borage. We did 3 green bell peppers, 3 red bell peppers. Now jumping on to what we're doing in Growtopia. Now, they're also looking into getting cucumbers and stuff as well, but it's not the time to start planting your cucumbers. Usually when I actually do plant my cucumbers, and like I said, I'm going back to the way I did things last year. Even though last year was a lot of learning, I tried to tweak things into this year, and even though the year hasn't really started yet, the sowing and the growing and the keeping alive is what's been going on since January 1st. Even beforehand, I got, like, the Scotch bonnet has been around since October, and the monster yellow plum that's growing me out of house and home has been going since October as well from last year. And it's been in a dormant stage, and the temperature I've gone up and down with and stuff, and it's probably sitting somewhere about 70 degrees right now. But let's take a look at the cucumbers. Like, we're going to be growing cucamelons for ourselves this year, plus the other cucumbers. Cucumbers come in around April. Is when we start doing them. Cucumbers, the squash, the carrots, the peas. Carrots you can just constantly keep growing carrots. Hopefully this year I'll get some actually good carrot possibilities, even with beets. Potatoes were definitely easy. Still got potato spuds that are out there, and I got tons of potato spuds or eyes in here, to the point where I'm probably good for another couple years. It's insane right now. And I got the bags to put them in, and it's like, holy guacamole. But for us, what we're going to be doing is something called a rose mallow. Now, it's in the same family as the marshmallows, except this one doesn't need to be in the swamp. It can be outside. So what I did is I put it in an orange planter, and I call it carpet seeding. So instead of putting it into the pods, I cover the whole top of the planter, and then I put soil on top for the depth that it wants it at. So what I could do is I can then take all the seeds and cut out whatever sections I want, how big it is, and I can stick them in different places. And being that they're perennials, they'll spread a little bit, so that works out too. Another one I did was comfrey. I did another planter worth of them. Then I went down and I decided to start planting some determinate tomatoes. So determinate tomatoes are tomatoes that only grow to a determinate size. So these ones roughly grow to about a foot. I did 3 Tiny Tims, and I did 2 Tomiellos. I also planted 2 green zebra plants, 2 black beauties, 2 pineapples, tomatoes, 2 large cherry tomatoes, 2 rainbow beefsteak tomatoes. I also did 2 jalapeno plants, 2 Maconi red peppers, 2 golden bell peppers, 2 Anaheim peppers, 2 red bell peppers, 2 green bell peppers, and a new seed that I got the other day. I got 2 white bell pepper plants growing. Well, seeds are planted, they're not growing yet. Then we jump down, we go to the basils. I did 2 purple basils, 2 sweet basils, 2 Genovese basils, 2 Thai basils, 2 Italian basils, 2 marigolds, and I did 3 borage. Now, what's great is that this is all the stuff that I'm doing for Growtopia. So, if I have a lot of growing in the marigolds or the borage, even though it's only 3 plants and I can really use like 6 or 7, I could just take the plant and just cut it and get the roots and just, you know, you get a plant, you get a plant, you get a plant, you get a plant. And it's great. The borage will grow up the tomato plant and it will protect it from all the bad insects and stuff, and the bees love it. The marigolds are great. They start off kind of small and then they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm doing the firecracker ones, so they get a little bit bigger. But anyway, guys, that is what we have growing on for the month of March, and there is more to come too. Like I said, I'm checking temperatures and stuff out there. Like I said before, we got tomatoes, we got borage, we got marigolds, we got basil, cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts. All that's going to be planted in the shade house and also out into the orchard. There's a section that I want to be growing just basically brassicas are going to be in it, and there's going to be a little shading experimenting this year with that. We got lettuces that goes inside the greenhouse. Cilantro goes in the greenhouse. Swiss chard goes in the greenhouse. Spinach, it's like March to April. You can direct sow them. They tell you to soak them for 24 hours before planting. They like cold soil, so they're definitely going to get in. If not today, then in the next couple days. Bok choy, arugula, pumpkins. I could start more pumpkins up. I just got to keep an eye on those pumpkins, see what pumpkins aren't growing there, and then I'll start another batch of pumpkins. If the seeds didn't germinate from that batch that I did, I'm not going to plant more of those non-germinating seeds. I'll replant the ones that did plant as long as I can have the room, because pumpkins are big, so I don't have that much space to have like thousands of pumpkins. And then obviously we got the bell peppers, the eggplants, the jalapenos. I still didn't do any eggplants yet. And that's just for the month of March. And there's other plants that you can do depending on what zone you're in. I'm in zone 7A in Long Island, New York, so I have to play with things a little bit. I'm in a little bit of more of a warmer section. You know, I leave my house, it could be 20 degrees, and I get to work and it's 12. So, and I only drove 20 minutes. So every place is going to be a little different. The best thing to really do is keep yourself a Bible, log all your information in it, because then you can go back next year and go, well, and also you get to see all your failures and your successes as well, which I have inside this book, especially this whole beginning, the past couple months. I burnt out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 trays, 15 plants each that are all done. So it sucks. You know, it's the seeds, it's a waste of money. But you learn, you know, and that book shows me, okay, hey, you know, I might have started this here and there. It grew, I planted it here, I got germination here, and then it died here. Why? Well, my problem is I get a little too involved into it and not involved enough. So some plants were dried out. Some were overwatered. A lot of them were overwatered. I pull up the tray, and the tray was really heavy, and I'm like, the hell? And I pull out the top layer, and the bottom of the tray is full of water. Well, why is it full of water? Well, because the temperature that it was set at wasn't evaporating the water quick enough. So, okay, I go back to doing what I did last year when I first started really going balls to the wall with this, was I was only doing everything on Sunday. So that means Sunday will be the day of planting like I used to do, the watering like I used to do, and then throughout the week, it's just seeing if somebody germinated or not. But no watering. And that's it. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Stay tuned. Comment below. This is Mike over here at Growtopia. And if I forgot anything or said anything wrong, please comment. I'd love to find out what I'm doing wrong. Or love new information and tell me your experiences. We're all here to help each other. This is just an archive for myself. And yes, I do watch my own videos over and over again. And I look at myself sometimes and I said, you idiot, you said the wrong thing. That's not what you got to do. You got to do this. So, it is what it is. We're all human, right? We got to survive somehow. Next thing you know, this food's bad. That food's bad. Birds got a flu. Eggs are gone. Can't buy eggs anywhere. I went to Walmart this morning. There was a freezer or refrigerator full of eggs from floor to ceiling. I don't really use eggs, you know. So for me, I was like, oh wow, look, there's eggs. But you can't order them online from Whole Foods, though, mind you. But Walmart has them from floor to ceiling. Funny shit. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Later. Till next Sunday.